Hello, my name is Jim Lawruk, Senior Developer working for GeoDecisions. Thanks for the privilege to speak to you today. So the problem is, transportation infrastructure is complex. We have crumbling roads, we have congestion. Safety is becoming more of a priority. Cities are becoming multimodal with bike lanes and dedicated bus lanes, e-scooters flying around, pedestrians. With virtually endless infrastructure needs, and with $2 trillion national infrastructure budgets being proposed, our civic leaders need to better understand where they stand so they know where to apply future funds. They need an effective way to assess and visualize our infrastructure. It should be data-driven, predictive, and most importantly, simple. So, my idea is to give our clients a software tool to score and visualize their transportation network. I'm calling it a GF score. A score for various priorities or indicators: safety, quality, congestion, pedestrian, bike, transit. Historical and predictive, meaning we will keep track of the scores from year to year and forecast what the scores will be. Our clients should know if they are progressing or declining. Also, the transportation network should always be viewable in a map. As I talk about these concepts, I am using transportation to give you a concrete example, but these concepts can apply to other Gannett-related industries with linear networks, water, electric, for example. So, how do we generate a GF score? We collect very detailed physical and geospatial data about our network. So for transportation, road measurements, surface conditions, curves, trees, illumination, data about the surrounding area. Historically, this type of data has been tedious and costly to gather. But now, new advancements in drone imagery, cameras, sensors, mobile LiDAR, machine learning, and automatic feature detection will allow us to gain accurate, detailed, and timely attribute information to more accurately assess infrastructure. By combining the physical attributes of the network infrastructure with traffic counts, speeds, weather, and census data, we can objectively calculate a meaningful score. We use a mathematical model to feed all of our data, which then generates the score. Here is a visual example of what this tool might look like. I mentioned multimodal being emphasized. This is a bicycle network score map for Nashville. If your industry is not transportation, rather than just seeing roads, just see them as pipes or electrical grid. Same concept. Road segments here and intersections are color-coded based on quality. Green for good, yellow for fair, red for poor. This gives city leaders and planners an easy way to visualize the network. It is easy to spot sections to apply funding for improvements. We could do the same for sidewalks, buses, road quality, the list goes on. Here is a more complex example visualizing the safety. Same course scoring concept with the overall score and color coding. Here we have annual projected accident statistics, plus injuries and fatalities. To be clear, this example is not a historical assessment. This is a present assessment with a future forecast. Traditionally, crash analysts work by looking for clusters of previous crashes to identify roads and intersections that are potentially unsafe, and then go target those areas. The problem is, analyzing historical crashes for a particular roadway is not always the best indicator of future performance. In the same way that a company's previous year's earnings or sports team's historical win-loss record does not give you the full scope of how well they will do the next year. To illustrate that point, this photo is one of Nashville's most dangerous intersections based on a 5-year history. If we didn't know that, we could still predict it. We can leverage federal crash analysis studies that give us what factors affect the safety of the roadway. If you look at this photo, there are some clues. Wider lanes, faded crosswalk lines, Geospatial analysis shows the road has several retail stores nearby, high density apartments nearby, more pedestrians than normal. Improved statistical analysis techniques will allow us to identify dangerous spots before the accidents occur. It is a more proactive approach to assess rather than reactive. This type of analysis can and will be automated in the future. Now in this example, we show what road segments are planned and how the safety score will change. The federal government provides us with statistics on how road changes, upgrades change crash rates, so we can reasonably forecast the safety differentials. Our clients can plan road projects and know how much the safety score will go up. They can forecast reduced accident count, forecast how many lives will be saved. Let's switch gears from safety. This example is for congestion. This is a county-wide view of congestion in Davidson County. Same concept applies. This is a forecast based on population trends, traffic trends, if no infrastructure projects were done. Same color coding as we saw before. This might convince planners for the need to add capacity or congestion pricing sooner before it is too late, to be proactive rather than reactive. So how do we start to build this type of product? We start with a very basic proof of concept. For example, an initial $20,000 initial investment for my time and some hours from another geodecision colleague. I would start with a bicycle or sidewalk quality map for a section of city, Harrisburg for example. We gather some real-world data, validate we can translate the data to a meaningful score, validate the scores are consistent with reality, and we would have a map just like this but with real data. Next, we would want to work to develop a working prototype, something polished enough to show prospective clients. As the product matures, I will need some help. Data science expertise, also a few experienced Gannett Fleming engineers, and more importantly, I also need an individual who has relationships with DOTs or cities or understands the grant process. For me, technology and software implementation is the easy part. I need help from people in this room to fill in the blanks with your experience and to improve on these ideas. My suggestion is to find an initial city or state DOT as a partner. New York City has recently partnered with a data analytics firm to forecast and analyze the safety and intersection countermeasures they are working on. So we could target another city with a Vision Zero initiative. Vision Zero, for those not aware, is a bold goal to get the annual traffic fatalities down to zero. 40+ U.S. cities have adopted Vision Zero initiatives, most of them just in the past 4 years. This area is still new and ripe for innovation. Cities are still trying to figure out how to put this vision into actionable goals. This is a tool that could help them. You are seeing federal grant money and state money out there that require projects to improve safety or require the project to be data-driven. They are grants specifically targeting multimodal or bicycles, pedestrian safety. So a tool like this would certainly fit. So once we have a usable product delivering value for one client, we can expand to other cities and states. We can continue to add more of the complex capabilities like safety and congestion, improve upon the forecasting accuracy, add more automation to the data collection process, and finally, we would expand the concept to other industries, not just transportation. So why Gannett Fleming? Well, Gannett Fleming is an infrastructure solutions company. As mentioned, we can apply this concept to all types of linear networks, not just transportation. Geodecisions specializes in creating GIS software solutions with geospatial analysis. So Gannett Fleming is in a unique position to execute on this compared to other engineering firms. This tool can spotlight infrastructure needs. We will detect deficiencies or opportunities that were not yet apparent. It will feed projects to our other business lines. With technology and automation continually increasing productivity, we can deliver improvements to the safety and quality of our infrastructure. This is our opportunity to get out ahead of some of these emerging trends and stay competitive. A tool like this fulfills our mission and values. Everyone wants better infrastructure. It will improve communities, shape the future, deliver value, and amaze our clients. This is the impact we can deliver to society. It is a tool we can be proud of. That's it. Thank you for your time.